Welcome to episode 2 of Decoding Wisdom, your blueprint of supreme life. This is part 2 of Timeless Wisdom. Let us begin.
Chapter 17. Resilience, a must-have quality to fulfill your dreams.
Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Life will test every one of us. The author's mother was diagnosed with a serious illness at the age of 70. It was a huge setback for our whole family. The family wasn't sure whether she would be cured by medication and surgery. In the beginning, she was also nervous, but she showed great emotional and physical strength throughout her treatment. She eventually recovered and was cured. Author realized that it was her emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical resilience that kept her going against all odds and helped her beat that deadly disease. Failure, loss, rejection, illness, disappointment. The question is not whether challenges will come, the question is how we will respond. The author reminds us that resilience is like a muscle. Every challenge strengthens it. Every setback teaches it. Every recovery expands it. Practical application. The next time adversity appears, ask, what is this experience teaching me? Memorable. Takeaway. You are stronger than any challenge you have survived.
Transition.
Resilience strengthens our inner world. Communication strengthens our connection with others.
Chapter 18. The art and science of effective communication.
The art of communication is the language of leadership. James Humes. Effective communication is the invisible thread that connects us, forming the foundation of our relationships, businesses, and societies. Whether addressing a crowd or engaging in a one-on-one conversation, strong communication skills influence our success and connections. According to Professor Albert Mehrabian's 7-38-55% rule, the impact of a message is 7% through our words, 38% through tone, and 55% through body language. We create a positive effect mainly through nonverbal cues, body language, and tone rather than the actual content. But communication is far more than speaking. It is listening, understanding, empathy, clarity, connection. The author explains that many conflicts arise not from disagreement but from misunderstanding. Great communicators seek understanding before persuasion.
Practical application.
In your next conversation, focus completely on understanding the other person before expressing your opinion.
Memorable takeaway.
People may forget your words. They rarely forget how you made them feel. Transition. Communication opens hearts. Appreciation fills them.
Chapter 19. Appreciation and praise, the essential nutrients of relationships.
The way to develop the best in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. Charles Schwab. As a teenager, Michael Jordan sat on the edge of his bed, heartbroken after being rejected from his high school basketball team. But his mother saw something special in him and reminded him that one setback could never define his future. Her praise and belief in his effort, dedication, and potential gave him the strength to keep going. Jordan worked relentlessly, earned his place on the team, and eventually became one of the greatest athletes in history. Sometimes all it takes is one person's praise to make all the difference in your life. The author reminds us that sincere praise costs nothing but creates tremendous value. A compliment, a thank you, a word of encouragement. Small gestures often create lasting memories.
Practical application.
Every day, genuinely appreciate at least one person. Watch how relationships transform. Renowned relationship researcher Dr. John Gottman discovered that healthy relationships keep a 5-to-1 ratio of constructive to destructive interactions.
Memorable takeaway.
What gets appreciated tends to grow.
Transition.
Appreciation nourishes relationships. Ego quietly destroys them.
Chapter 20. Ego and pride, the destructive forces of self and growth.
Ego is the enemy of progress. Ryan Holiday. Napoleon Bonaparte rose from humble beginnings to become one of history's most powerful rulers. His brilliance, ambition, and unwavering self-belief helped him conquer much of Europe. But as his success grew, so did his ego, and he began to see himself as unstoppable. That overconfidence led him to invade Russia, ignoring warnings, harsh realities, and the limits of his power. In the end, Napoleon's greatest enemy was not the Russian army. It was the pride that clouded his judgment and led to his downfall. Ego refers to how someone perceives their worth, which in turn influences their thoughts and behavior based on their self-image and self-esteem. If ego is the mask we wear, pride is the fortress that surrounds it. Pride arises from achievements, qualities, or possessions, reflecting how we perceive ourselves in relation to others. A cup already full cannot receive more tea. Likewise, a mind convinced it knows everything cannot learn anything new. Ego whispers,
I already know. I am right. I am better.
Wisdom whispers,
Keep learning. Stay humble. Remain curious.
The author explains that ego blocks growth, damages relationships, and limits potential. The most successful people remain students throughout life.
Practical application.
The next time someone disagrees with you, ask, what can I learn from this perspective?
Memorable takeaway.
The moment we think we have arrived is often the moment growth stops. An ancient Greek philosopher was once asked,
What is the hardest victory in life?
He replied,
To conquer yourself.
most people spend their lives trying to manage circumstances. Very few learn to manage themselves. Yet every great achievement begins with self-mastery.
Let us continue the journey. Chapter 21. Humility and modesty. The humblest is the greatest.
Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues.
Confucius. Kindness, modesty, and humility seem like outdated qualities in a society that exalts wealth, fame, success, and power. These attributes are still valid indicators of greatness, though. While success, money, and power can be thrilling, they can also cloud our judgment, but humility and modesty help keep us grounded. The humblest individuals possess a quiet strength that inspires others, fosters meaningful connections, and uplifts those around them. Humility is about how you view yourself internally, while modesty is about how you present that to the world. The most apparent manifestation of modesty and humility is kindness. Regardless of the situation, it is a conscious decision to behave with kindness, generosity, and respect. Furthermore, humility is not weakness. It is openness to learning. The author reminds us that the wisest people remain students regardless of their achievements. The more they learn, the more they realize how much remains unknown. Practical application. Approach every conversation with the belief that the other person knows something you do not. Memorable takeaway. Humility opens doors that arrogance never sees. Transition. Humility allows growth, but growth becomes impossible when we become prisoners of perfection. Chapter 22. Perfection, an illusion and thief of happiness.
Perfection is an illusion that blocks your progress.
Robert II. From childhood, many of us are taught that practice makes perfect. We spend years chasing perfection in our studies, careers, relationships, and even in ourselves, only to discover that perfection is an impossible destination. The constant pursuit of it often steals our peace, happiness, and self-worth. A healthier belief is that practice makes us better every day. When we focus on progress instead of perfection, we become more compassionate, resilient, and fulfilled. And that mindset ultimately leads to greater success and a more meaningful life. Perfection has a strange quality. The closer we get, the further away it seems. Many dreams die because people wait for perfect timing, perfect conditions, perfect certainty. The author teaches that excellence is admirable. Perfection is often destructive. Perfection creates procrastination. Progress creates momentum towards excellence. The people who change the world are rarely perfect. They simply start. Practical application. Choose one project you have delayed because it is not ready. Take action today. Memorable takeaway. Perfection delays greatness. Progress creates excellence and greatness. Transition. If perfection is one extreme, life teaches us another wisdom. Balance. Chapter 23. Moderation, the Golden Mean.
A wise man avoids extremes and follows the golden mean.
Confucius. In 2014, the author learned a profound lesson in moderation after 4 months of severe back pain due to a disc problem, relieved only through surgery in December. Before that, he was racing through life in the fast lane, which provided a thrill but ultimately came at a high cost. He was overworked and juggled multiple responsibilities, which eventually took a toll on his health. The Greek philosopher Aristotle's concept of the golden mean teaches that virtue lies in striking a balance between excess and deficiency, a principle that remains relevant today. A violin string pulled too tightly snaps. Left too loose, it produces no music. Life works the same way. Too much work leads to burnout. Too much comfort leads to stagnation. Too much ambition can damage relationships. Too much leisure can destroy potential. The author reminds us that wisdom often lives in the middle path. Balance allows us to enjoy success without sacrificing health, family, or peace of mind. Practical application. Identify one area of your life currently out of balance. Take one small step toward restoring harmony. Memorable takeaway. A balanced life is not an ordinary life, it is a wise life. Transition. Balance helps us live well. Learning helps us grow well. Chapter 24. Self-education, the path to lifelong growth.
Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune.
Jim Rohn. Authors share a lesson that changed the course of his life. When he was in 7th grade, he performed poorly on an exam and blamed my teachers for not covering everything that appeared in the test. His father listened patiently and then said something he had never forgotten.
Son, never depend entirely on others for your education. Great learners teach themselves.
Those simple words sparked a lifelong habit of self-learning. From that day forward, author took ownership of his growth, consistently excelled in his studies, cleared competitive examinations, earned the highest qualification in his field, and continued to grow throughout his professional career. The author reminds us that a college degree may teach us how to earn a living, as it's a symbol of a successful career, offering structured learning, credibility, and networking opportunities. However, it is self-education that makes a real difference in life, mainly because of our keen desire to continue learning after finishing college. Self-education is crucial for lifelong growth and pushes us to the top. Books, podcasts, mentors, experiences of reflection. Every day offers an opportunity to learn. The most successful people are often the most curious learners. Practical application. Commit to reading or listening to educational content for at least 20 minutes every day. Memorable takeaway. Your future expands in direct proportion to your learning. Transition. Learning comes from many places, but life offers 4 teachers that never stop teaching. Chapter 25. The 4 best teachers in life. Role. The author introduces a simple yet powerful framework. Role. Reading, observation, life experiences, education. Reading allows us to borrow wisdom. Observation allows us to learn from others. Life experiences teach lessons that cannot be found in books. Education helps organize knowledge. The wisest people learn from all 4. They do not wait for painful mistakes to teach every lesson. Practical application. At the end of each week, ask, what did reading, observation, life, and education teach me this week? Memorable takeaway. Life's classroom is vast, and the possibilities for growth and discovery are endless with these 4 teachers. Transition. Every teaching begins with a question, and every breakthrough does too. Chapter 26. The power of asking questions.
The art and science of asking questions are the source of all knowledge.
Thomas Berger. When Sir Isaac Newton saw an apple fall from a tree, he asked a simple question.
Why?
That question helped unlock the law of gravity. Questions shape our thinking. Poor questions create poor answers. Empowering questions create empowering solutions. The law of attraction is frequently linked to the expression, ask and you shall receive. According to this law, while harmful intentions invite problems, positive ones result in favorable outcomes. We build an energetic blueprint for receiving when we ask with hope and assurance. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of asking, "Why can't I do this?" ask, "How can I do this?" Asking questions can lead to self-discovery, self-improvement, and ultimately self-mastery. Practical application. Replace one limiting question this week with an empowering one. Memorable takeaway. A single question can change the direction of a life. Transition. Questions help us discover the world, but one important discovery remains: who we truly are. Chapter 27, Self-Worth versus Net Worth.
Your net worth is not your self-worth.
Dave Ramsey. In a world that constantly measures people by their money, possessions, and status, it's easy to mistake net worth for self-worth. Author made that mistake for many years, but one of the most important lessons he learned in his late 40s was that true worth comes not from what we own, but from who we are. The day he shifted my focus from external success to inner values was the day he found greater happiness, peace, and meaning in life. Net worth is a person's financial assets minus liabilities, which measures financial health and is often seen as a shorthand for success in life. Many people spend years building their net worth while neglecting their self-worth. While self-worth is an intrinsic measure of our value rooted in dignity, capability, and the right to happiness, independent of external achievements. Money is valuable, but character is priceless. Titles may impress people. Integrity earns respect. The author reminds us that self-worth comes from purpose, values, contribution, and character, not possessions. Practical application. Write down 5 qualities you admire about yourself that have nothing to do with money or status. Memorable takeaway. You are far more valuable than your bank account. Transition. Once we recognize our worth, we begin valuing another precious resource. Time. Chapter 28. Time, the most valuable asset.
Time is what we want most, but what we use worst.
William Penn. Every morning, life deposits 86,400 seconds into your account. At midnight, whatever remains disappears forever. No rollover, no refunds, no extensions. The author reminds us that time is life's ultimate currency. Successful people understand this deeply. They invest time rather than merely spend it. They prioritize what truly matters: relationships, health, growth, purpose. Practical application. Track how you spend your time for 1 week. You may discover where your future is going. Memorable takeaway. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. Transition. Managing time is important. Managing yourself is transformational. Chapter 29. Self-discipline, the secret ingredient to success and mastery.
The price of excellence is discipline.
William Arthur Ward. Olympic athletes wake up early,
train relentlessly,
sacrifice comfort. Why? Because self-discipline is a catalyst for success, which can transform our lives from ordinary to legendary by helping us realize our dreams. Imagining our lives without self-discipline is like having a body without a spinal cord, which cannot stand tall and walk. The author explains that motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Successful people do not always feel motivated. They simply honor their commitments. Every small act of discipline builds habits which strengthens character. Every excuse weakens it. Practical application. Choose one habit and practice it daily for the next 30 days without exception. Memorable takeaway. Your future is hidden inside your daily habits. Transition. Discipline controls actions. Self-control governs reactions. Chapter 30. Self-control, sublime wisdom and the key to personal power.
Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power.
James Allen. In 2023, the author set out on an ambitious mission, growing his medical practice, delivering lectures, launching a YouTube channel, and organizing a major diabetes event, all at the same time. But the relentless pace came at a cost. Persistent stress triggered severe acid reflux that damaged his vocal cords, and for a period, he nearly lost his voice. After months of treatment, therapy, and recovery, he returned stronger, but with a profound realization. Success without self-control is unsustainable. That experience taught him that self-control is not a restriction. It is the foundation of self-mastery, inner peace, and lasting success. Self-control is the ability to regulate our thoughts, emotions, and behavior, resisting temptation, delaying gratification, and refraining from impulsive actions. It helps us pursue long-term goals, manage emotions in difficult situations, and stay aligned with our values. Anyone can react. Few can respond wisely. Anger, temptation, fear, impulse, these emotions influence every life. The author teaches that self-control is one of the highest forms of wisdom. The ability to pause before reacting often determines the quality of our decisions and relationships. Practical application. The next time strong emotions arise, pause for 10 seconds before responding. Create space between stimulus and response. Memorable takeaway. The person who masters himself gains a power that circumstances cannot take away. A young student once traveled hundreds of miles to meet a wise master. After years of learning, he finally asked,
"Master, what is the secret of a great life?"
The master smiled and replied,
"Master yourself first. Everything else becomes easier."
The final chapters of Timeless Wisdom bring us to the summit of personal growth. And from there, we begin perhaps the most important journey of all. Chapter 31, True Mastery, the Three Dimensions of Greatness.
Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power.
Lao Tzu. For many years, the author believed that mastery meant excelling in his profession and achieving success in his field. But as life unfolded, he discovered a deeper truth. True mastery is not just about what we do. It is about who we become. It requires mastering ourselves, nurturing meaningful relationships, and continually expanding our knowledge. Only when these three dimensions come together can we build a life that is truly happy, prosperous, and deeply fulfilling. Most people think mastery means becoming highly skilled. The author teaches that true mastery has three dimensions: self-mastery, relationship mastery, knowledge mastery. Many people pursue knowledge mastery. Few pursue self-mastery. Even fewer develop relationship mastery. Yet all three are necessary. Self-mastery forms the foundation of both relationships and knowledge mastery. A brilliant person without emotional control struggles. A knowledgeable person without people skills suffers. A disciplined person without expertise remains limited. True mastery occurs when all three dimensions align and manifest together. Author has discussed 15 virtues in the book to develop all kinds of mastery. Practical application. Ask yourself, which of the three dimensions needs the most work right now? Memorable takeaway. Master your knowledge and you earn a living. Master yourself and you build a life. Transition. Mastery requires growth. Growth requires reflection. And reflection is where wisdom deepens. Chapter 32. Journaling, learn every day, improve every day.
The journal is the space where we work on ourselves and develop our voice.
Julia Cameron. Leonardo da Vinci filled thousands of pages with observations, ideas, sketches, and reflections. Many of history's greatest minds kept journals. Why? Because writing forces clarity. One of the author's biggest regrets was not starting a daily journal earlier in life. When he finally embraced journaling in his mid-40s, he noticed a remarkable shift in the way he thought, learned, and grew. What began as a simple daily habit became a powerful tool for self-reflection, clarity, and personal transformation. The experience taught him a timeless lesson. Small, consistent improvements, repeated day after day, can create extraordinary results over time. The author describes journaling as a conversation with ourselves. Life teaches lessons every day. Most people forget them. Journaling preserves them. Success leaves clues. So do mistakes. When captured and reviewed, they become wisdom. Practical application. Every evening, answer 3 questions. What went well today? What did I learn? What will I improve tomorrow? Memorable takeaway. Experience is not the best teacher. Reflected experiences. Timeless wisdom conclusion. 32 wisdoms. 32 opportunities to think differently. Grow intentionally. Live purposefully. Timeless wisdom is the foundation of a supreme life. In the next episode, I will discuss the second pillar, health wisdom.